Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my video. So today is the day that I've decided to go ahead and submit my first tag grading submission. I've been seeing a lot of things online about how the slabs look good, they feel good, the dig reports are really in depth and people really like that. And so after doing a little bit of research, I decided today I am submitting 25 cards. 11 are my friends and the last 14 are mine. So I'm just going to go through these quickly, give you a little bit of a look of what I'm going to be submitting, and just kind of give you my thoughts on a few cards. So first up here, we have the Moltres Zapdos and Articuno Rainbow Rare from Hidden Fates. This is my buddy's card, so pretty clean, should grade well. Next up, we have the Snorlax, the ETB promo from 151. He did want to submit these sealed, so we're going to do that. Next, we have 3 of the Mimikyu promos, all pretty clean, all sealed. He just wanted to send off some cards. Didn't really care what the grades were. His is more so just for testing out and seeing what they would grade. So, sorry about that blurriness. Still trying to figure out the depth. Zeraora. Here we have the Groudon Master Ball. Centering's a little bit touchy on this one, but he wanted to send it off, so we're going to see what it gets. Next up is the Copycat Full Art from Celestial Storm. Really nice card. Some whitening on the corners, but once again, my buddy just decided to send off a few things that he knew weren't perfect just to see what tag would give them. Next, we have the Steven's Resolve, another full art from Celestial Storm. Another really nice card. Once again, not in perfect shape. I think he's expecting 9s on a lot of these. But we will see when they come back. Next, we have the Alolan Dugtrio from Surging Sparks. Really nice illustration rare. This one's pretty clean. I think this one may have a shot at getting a 10. Next, we have the Iron Valiant. So this is the last one of my buddy's cards. He's submitting 11. I'm submitting 14. Really nice. I also think this one has a shot at getting a tag 10. And now these next 14 are the cards I'm sending off. I was really, not sure what I wanted to send off. Whether I wanted to send these to PSA, to tag, but, I'm really curious to see what tag gives me. So first up is going to be the WotC promo Birthday Pikachu. Really nice front, really clean, no hollow scratching whatsoever. But the back does have a little nick of whitening up here in this corner. It also has a tiny bit of whitening on the bottom right corner. Other than that, it's really clean. I'm curious to see if this will get a 9, if it'll get lower. I'm really not sure, but really nice card. Really curious to see what it gets. Next, we have the Pikachu EX SIR from Surging Sparks. I thought about sending this to PSA because it has one tiny little dot. One white dot on the back. It's right here on this top right corner. There's some fuzz on the sleeve, but it is the tiniest little edge dot. That is the only thing wrong with this card. I'm curious to see if it still gets the tag 10 where I think it might have gotten the PSA 9. Next up, we have the Charizard Delta Species from Crystal Guardians. This is the reverse holo. Once again, guys, it's just a really nice card, but it does have a couple issues that I think PSA would overgrade it, or over-critique it and undergrade it. So I'm going to send it to tag, see what it gets. Really clean front, nothing on the borders, nothing on the edges, no hollow scratches, This card is really good shape. I think it has a shot at getting a 9. Back is also very, very clean. So, really curious to see what this gets. Next, we have the first edition base set Shadowless Venusaur. Really nice card. It does have a little bit of hollow scratching. Edges, centering, all really nice on the front. Nothing besides the scratching really on that hollow. But on the back, you do see we have quite a bit of whitening all around that top. On the bottom, I mean, it's got some heavy whitening. So I'm really thinking this has a 7, maybe an 8. I'm not sure how they grade. So I'm hoping for a 7. We'll see what it gets. Next, we have the Umbreon VMAX Alt-Art from Evolving Skies. Guys, this card is perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's only one issue with this card that I guess would classify it as not perfect. Guys, this thing is perfectly centered. No issues with it whatsoever, other than the fact that you can see it has a slant cut. That top right border is a little bit thicker than the top left border, and then opposite on the bottom right border is a little bit thinner than the bottom left border. There's no whitening, there's no nothing on this card, guys. This card is literally perfect other than the fact that it has a slant cut. So I'm really curious. I knew that PSA would grade this a 9 because of the slant cut. But I'm really curious to see if Tag's machine, this AI software, will pick up on that slant and knock it a grade, or if it'll overlook it and grade it a 10. So really looking forward to seeing what this gets. Next, we have the Giratina V-Star. Guys, I graded this with PSA. This thing was absolutely perfect. And I mean perfect. There was not a thing wrong with this card at all. But guys, when I got this back from PSA graded it a 7. I don't know why it got a 7. It is perfect. I cracked it out, looked it over again, under light, under magnification. There's not an issue with this Giratina. So, I cracked it, and I'm going to submit it to Tag to see what it gets. No whitening, centering looks great. Once again, guys, I just have no idea why this got the 7. So, really looking forward to seeing what Tag will grade this. Next, we have the Gardevoir EX. Really nice SIR from Paldean Fates. My buddy that's submitting the 11 cards, he actually pulled this out of a tin, and I decided to buy it off of him. I didn't think it would get a PSA 10, because it has one tiny white dot right there at the top. But that is literally it, guys. I'm curious to see if Tag picks it up, or if it'll still get that Tag 10. Next, we have the Blues Tactics. Really nice full art trainer from Unified Minds. Once again, guys, this card is awesome. Centered perfectly. Not a mark on it, other than one tiny little white dot. So, we'll see what Tag gives it. Next, we have the Charizard V-Star Rainbow. Really nice card. I really have always enjoyed this artwork. And I do think this is one of the better looking rainbows. I do think a lot of these Sword and Shield era rainbows really drowned it out, the artwork. But I think with this Charizard, it looks really nice. Really clean card. I don't see why it wouldn't get a 10. Really looking forward to getting that back. Next, we have the Groudon. Same thing, really nicely centered. Don't see any issues with it. Just a really nice card that I think has a really good shot at getting the tag 10. Next, we have the Gardevoir EX, Scarlet and Violet Base SIR. Really beautiful card. I did have this in a PSA 10. I did unfortunately sell it at a little bit of a lower point of its market. I think I sold it for $145 or $150 last year in a 10, and it just spiked out of nowhere. But that's what this hobby does. It goes up and down, and we can never time it. So really hoping this one gets to the tag 10 and have another one graded for the collection. Really nice card. Don't see any issues. Should grade a 10. Next card, guys. I just pulled this last night. Centering left to right is a little off. This is one of the cards that I'm sending in just to kind of test the centering, so to speak. I do think it'll get a 9 just because it is off. I can see it with my eye, so the machine will definitely be able to see it, but just pulled this. I was fortunate enough to get a prismatic booster bundle from a friend, and I pulled this as well as the Glaceon Master Ball. But I'm sending this off. The Glaceon Master Ball did have a pretty big scratch on it right out of the pack, unfortunately, but this will look clean, and we're going to see what it gets. Next, we have the Houndoom illustration rare from Shrouded Fable. This card has seen a little bit of a spike right now. It's been going up. It's also come down a little bit. It's not quite as high as it was, but still a really nice artwork. Definitely one of the chases out of Shrouded Fable. Not a huge set, but still really cool artworks with this and the Persian, so I do think it'll do well long term. This card is clean. Once again, I do not see a reason why this should not get a tag 10. And the last card of this sub is going to be the Infernape illustration rare. Guys, this card is still very undervalued. I mean, the artwork on this is amazing. Been saying it since Twilight came out, and I just don't know why it does not see the increase like some of these other cards in a raw condition. I do think this card is clean. I do think it will grade a 10. And is really looking forward to seeing what this submission does. So that's it, guys. 25 cards going off to tag. It should be back in about a month. So please stay tuned. I'm looking forward to getting them back and sharing them with you guys soon. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.